Hey, 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 folks! I like a good unboxing, you like a good unboxing, and I've got a good unboxing for you. This is the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, and not just any Galaxy S9 Plus. This is the lovely lilac purple edition of the Galaxy S9 Plus, and it's unlocked, and it's US version, which is really exciting. So, as you know, I went to MWC. I gave you guys some coverage when I was there. And of course, I was at South by Southwest just recently on a road trip, traveling across the country from San Francisco to Austin and back in my camper van. And when I got home, this was sitting in my inbox. You gotta love it when you get home and, you know, the most anticipated phone of the moment is just sitting there in your mailbox. So, lilac purple, Samsung Galaxy S9. Packaging contains a phone, a wall charger, USB connector, stereo headset, quick reference guide, terms and condition, and a SIM tool. And this is a bunch of blah, blah, blah here. Down here is a bunch of serial numbers, blah, 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 blah. What you really need to know is... Oh, well, actually, you don't really need to know it because it's up here. It's a 64 gig version. So 6 gigs of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage. Let's get this show on the road. You ready for it? Dun 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 dun. Okay, anyway. Check it out. It opens like this. Of course. Ooh, Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. It's slightly blue on the inside. It's really nice. Black on the outside or brownish on the outside and slightly blue on the inside. And there's a little divider here. Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Here's a SIM removal tool with a little barcode for it. And here's the phone, which has a little schmutz on it already. Oh, look at that beautiful lilac purple, some IMEIs you shouldn't be looking at. Look at the dual camera system. The top one is variable aperture. As we know, that's all a big deal. So let me show you the phone in a minute. Let's go through what's in the box, and we'll start up the phone as well. So a little divider here. Let's look in this box here and see what there is. SIM removal tool and a bunch of paperwork. So there's nothing but the SIM removal tool here. I'll get rid of this, okay? So here we go. Quick reference guide, right? Of course. Transfer what's important. This tells you how to transfer from even an iPhone. And it comes with a, you can see, a little adapter action here, like the previous phones. Terms and condition, health and safety. You know, get genuine accessories from the Shop Samsung app, blah, blah, blah. All right, I'm going to move this over like this so you can see better. So there's the cool little adapter that has been included in previous Samsung phones, and Google did the same with the Pixel. It's a USB Type-C to USB-A. Very useful. It's probably just USB 2 compliant, but nonetheless, this is a nice little dongle to have around. Then, I don't think there's anything under here. No? Okay, good. I was right. Here is the standard Samsung charger. This is the same charger that came with the Note 8. It's a fast charger, fast adapter, adaptive fast charging Samsung charger. And then in here, ooh, are these AKG earbuds. Wait, is that lilac? No, for a second I thought that was lilac too and gonna match the color of the phone, but nope. And so as you know, the Samsung Galaxy S9 has a standard headphone jack, and as you can see, 3.5 millimeters, standard headphone jack. You can use this with other devices, which is nice. You get... Also in the box, the USB Type-C data charge cable. So this is USB Type-A on one end, this end right here. And the other end, well actually, I was wrong. This is USB Type-C on this end, and the other end is USB Type-A, right? Makes sense? Okay. Again, same cable as the Note 8. And then you've got a series of different, and slash replacement, different size ear rubber thingies, ear condoms, whatever you want to call them. All right, so that's what's in the box, and that's exciting. Let me put everything back. more or less the way it was. I think this was down here at the bottom. And this is cool. They go through the effort of giving you everything, you know, which is really nice. Maybe the cord was up here. I don't remember. Ta-da! Anyway, enough of this box crap. Let's get to the meat of this story. Let's have a look at the phone. All right, let's turn it on. Boom! Galaxy S9 Plus, secured by Knox, powered by Android. That's a lot of things right there. Of course, this is going to be a gorgeous phone with a gorgeous display because it's really the same display as last year. A little brighter though. And so let's wait for it to boot. It's going to make some lovely music. And then we're going to remove the stickers, will we? Yeah, let's remove the stickers in a minute. So, service provider update. Oh, I guess maybe there's a SIM pre-installed. That's nice. I love getting press units with a SIM card in them. Anyway, it's going to restart. In the meantime, I'm going to do this. Are you ready for it? 1, 2, 3. Wait, there's an airplane going by, so I want you to really enjoy the sound because I know you love the sound. Okay, here we go. Did you hear that? That was a nice sound. And I'm going to remove this IMEI sticker as well. And then I'm going to also remove the front. Still rebooting. You ready for this one? Oh wait, another bus is going by. Jesus, buses. You ready? Well, that did not make any sound, sadly. Oh, hotness. This is exactly the color I wanted too. Wow, how did they know? Hi there. Start. All right, so there we go. Let me walk you through this phone real quick. So it looks like a Galaxy S8 Plus from last year because it is very similar. The display is, as I said, the same. I think it's 6.2 or something inches or something like that. It's Quad HD. It's OLED, you know, AMOLED. It's rounded on the edges, as you can see. It's a gorgeous display, one of the best in the business. It has improved in brightness this year, which is insane. There's a bit less bezel at the bottom here than before. You still have that kind of infinity display with small bezels tops and bottom and almost no bezels on the edges because the screen kind of curves in. That's not changed. The big difference is obviously the processor inside. Snapdragon 845 versus 835. This is my first 845 base phone this year. And the dual camera system with the variable aperture on the main camera, which is now, the dual is only available on the S9 Plus. The single variable aperture or dual aperture camera is the one available on the Galaxy S9 non-Plus. And then the battery size is obviously different. Screen size is different. This is a 3,500 milliamp hour battery, same as last year, okay? So dimension-wise, it's pretty much the same. It's a little shorter in the bottom here, but we're talking about, you know, a millimeter or something. So on the edges, you still have the same layout. You have the power lock key here on the left-hand side. Nothing's changed there. You have nothing till you reach the bottom. The bottom here is a headphone jack. Super good, super exciting. You have a USB Type-C port. You have a microphone of some kind and a speaker, mono speaker, but it's actually not mono because this phone uses this second top speaker here as a stereo pair. And there's a lot of phones are doing that right now. I think the Huawei Mate 10 Pro does it as well. So this is a new addition from Samsung that the Galaxy S8 didn't have. So better, you know, slightly brighter display, stereo sound on the speakers, and Snapdragon 845 are the big changes that, other than the camera, which I'm going to get into in a minute. On the right-hand side, you have the stupid Bixby key. Nobody uses Bixby. Thankfully, on the unlock models, you can disable that. And then you have a button that does nothing, which is really unfortunate because I wish Samsung would let us reprogram it. Who the hell uses Bixby? Nobody needs another assistant right now. We've got, you know, Google Assistant, which kicks ass. So, whatever. Volume rocker, of course. And then on top here, you have SIM ejection tool, SIM tray, which can do a SIM and a micro SD card for expansion. This has 64 gigs of storage. I'm actually noticing that there is some plastic all the way around this frame that I'm going to have to remove, and I don't want to do it on camera because I think it's going to take a long time. But one of the other differences is that this looks shiny right now, but it's actually matte on the Galaxy S9 and S9 Plus versus shiny last year on the S8 and S8 Plus. Excuse me. I still have a bit of crap in my throat from the cold I'm recovering from my trip to Austin. So anyway, that is matte now and shiny glass in the back as usual. So let's talk about the camera. Of course, there's another small difference. Last year's S8 and S8 Plus had 4 gigs of RAM. This year the S9 has 4 gigs, but the S9 Plus, this phone, has 6 gigs. So these are all the changes. I'm going through all of them. You get the LED flash and the heart rate sensor there, which also might be used for other things like laser autofocus or something. You got the fingerprint reader, which has thankfully been rearranged. Instead of being on the side of the camera, is now below it. It makes it a much more natural feel. Feels really better. And then you have, of course, these cameras. So let's go through them really quickly. The main camera has 2 apertures, f/1.5, which is insane, and f/2.4. And the bottom camera has f/2.4, but is a dual, like 2 times zoom lens, telephoto. Both of them are OIS. I think both of them are 12 or 13 megapixel. That hasn't changed too much compared to last year. But so in a sense, it's very similar to the camera system on the Note 8 from last year. But the difference is that you've got this variable aperture. What that means is that in low light, you can use f/1.5 and gather a ton of light. And in more light, you can use the f/2.4 lens, aperture. And that in terms means less lens distortion and issues like halos and lens flares that wouldn't tend to get from a larger lens opening and a faster lens. So that's kind of exciting, and apparently the results speak for themselves. I'll let you know. I'm still not convinced this will beat the Pixel 2 and Pixel 2 XL, but people have been very impressed. All my colleagues that are journalists that have had a unit since MWC, some people got them a little earlier than me, have been ranting and raving about this camera. So if you own a Galaxy S8, I'm not sure it's going to be worth upgrading because, Snapdragon 845 and the camera is really the big difference, and maybe more RAM on the large one, 6 gigs. But if you have an S7 and it's time for you to upgrade, this is definitely something you should consider on S7 Edge or S7 Plus, Edge Plus, whatever it was called last year, 2 years ago. So there you have it. The Galaxy S9 Plus in lilac, purple, beautiful, pink, whatever you want to call it, with its amazing new camera system, Snapdragon 845. I don't know what I was thinking there. And, a slight refinement and improvement of the formula from last year. This is exciting. This is the current state of the art. So stay tuned for more unboxings and videos as I go. I'm at GDC this week, the Game Developers Conference here in San Francisco where I live. So stay tuned for a podcast from GDC. I've got Scott Stein of CNET who's going to join me. We're going to talk about mobile games and a bunch of other stuff. And then, we're going to talk about the Galaxy S9, I'm sure. I've already talked about it extensively on previous podcasts. In case you're wondering what this podcast is all about, well, these YouTube videos are just a supplement to my podcast. MobileTechPodcast.com is where you should go. That's MobileTechPodcast.com. That's where you will hear my opinions and thoughts with a guest every week on mobile. And don't forget, subscribe to this channel, like this video, tell your friends about this channel and the podcast, because I can only do this if you guys watch and listen and all that. So please spread the word. All right, folks, cheers. I'll catch you next time for another unboxing or another review video.